property today. This at one time was a huge horse barn. Alright, so I'm gonna go down this, travel the length of this, and I'm gonna see what we find because there's a lot of nails, so I don't know what there is, but we'll see what we find. The weird thing is that it still smells fresh. You got an apartment complex over here and a neighborhood over there. Now the thing with a lot of these properties though is everyone will think of this tin as junk. But the thing is, to a collector or to a resalvage place, there's well over $4,000 in tin here. That is just being waited to be resalvaged. Here's something. Don't know what that is. Just here's the thing, you gotta be careful because there's a lot of sharp things. I know I shouldn't be wearing sandals, but I don't got proper boots right now. Down here on this end, I believe was the workshop where they took care of the horses, and down here is probably where the horses were. So now I gotta make my way down that way. Here looks like a foundation. Here's a bomber disc. This is World War II. I'm gonna come back to this area and look at this. Here's a kettle. I mean, just look at that. That's from the fire. But the thing with these properties is, people will see this as scrap metal. But really, this metal is worth a lot more than scrap because people are willing to pay for this stuff and reuse it because people are willing to buy newer stock tin that's made to look old. And they pay high dollar for it. When you can find this stuff almost anywhere down here in Oklahoma. So I'm going to get down to this end of the barn. We're going to make our way forward. Yeah, like right here. A lot of these longer ones are worth actually a lot more. What's this? Here's the top to an insulator. Might as well just go ahead and keep those. It's another resalvage thing. People are willing to pay top dollar for those. There's a brick, probably homemade. Top to a fence. Now there is a house on this property, but I'm not going there. I only got permission to look at this property. Looks right here that there was a gate at one time. There's a garden hose. Now the first time I came here, I saw this right here in a second. I thought it was really cool. This tree right here, right there, those lines is where the roof was. That grew into the barn and then burned with the barn. You got some original, some of the beams are still up. I mean, look at that, the nails just pull right out. So now I'm gonna walk down to that desk. I know also that I know my thing says detect in Oklahoma, but what I want to do with my channel is I want to do metal detecting when I can, but also show you things I find at an antique shop. Resalvage value, like I said about this tin's probably worth $3,000 or $4,000. And then all kinds of things, miscellaneous things you can find at antique shops. Things you can find about Oklahoma. But there's not much left of this barn, as I can see, because a lot of it was burned and buried in ash. But if this barn wasn't burned down, I would be in here in a heartbeat with a metal detector. But now since it burned down, I can't metal detect because there's just literally thousands of nails. And the targets I'm looking for are iron. There's some hay. It's probably fuel for this barn when it caught on fire. But I think this place might have been arson. What's this one? I think it's the letter D. I found the D. Go on and take that. This was probably where the desk was. Here's something. It's just a corner bracket. And just look at this. There's a piece to a garden hose. I mean, that's solid brass. Oh, that's a beauty right there. Just look at these things are melted from the heat. Here's some L pieces, or T pieces and L. Doorknob that's not surprisingly burnt. I think so far this is the coolest piece. I think it's a fence topping. And just look at this. I will go through each and one of these drawers and I'll let you know what I find. There's a towel rack or a bathroom rack for something. That might be a fan at one time. There's a sliding hinge right here. This right here. Oh. This is one of the pieces I was looking for. This right here is worth about 25 bucks in resalvage. There's a hinge right here that's probably worth about 10 bucks. And most people will see these as scrap metal. Here it looks like a cooler. So, I came for what I was looking for. I'm going to try to find a couple more of them. Later on in a follow-up video, I'll let you know how many I found. Another thing is, a lot of people are probably like, you shouldn't be wearing sandals. It's just It's hot as hell out here. I think last time I checked it was almost 100 degrees earlier today. But it's starting to cool off now. I'm going to be here till about 9 o'clock. I'll try to have a video every couple of days, 3 or 4 days. It might not be metal detecting like I said. Might just be some random things but here and there, but it's just till I get my channel started. Stay tuned, I'll have more for you.